See ya.
Bye-bye.
Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Yeah, we lost a car, got in an accident, so now we're down to one car. So we got to share this car. I got hydration today, so I got to come back here. Just happened to work at a cancer center, so it worked out for me. So I got to come back here in about an hour. And let's go back home and do nothing, and well, I'll do something, figure something out. And then go from there. As I sit here waiting for hydration, so, oh boy, the last time they poked me for hydration, it wasn't their fault. I just didn't have anything in me. I didn't have any freaking liquid. I freaking didn't eat, so I'm pretty flat. There's a picture of all the freaking holes they did. 6 of them. They finally got in the 6th one, but I couldn't even believe they even got it then. But I needed it, so I couldn't walk away at all. So, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go in here and get stabbed for a little bit. And get it on camera. Why not, right? Hopefully you can get something this time.
I know, I heard they've been having some issues.
Oh my god, horrible. Not with you guys, but on me being flat. I think when I first started doing it, I'm like, what's the matter with you guys? You know, blaming you guys. And I'm like, after a while, you're like, okay, it's not you guys. It's me.
Definitely sometimes they look
really
that
good,
too,
yeah. They move.
They're not, you know. But I think we're going to be okay today.
They're even showing my arm. I should turn it around.
One, two, three.
Yep. Oh, good.
All done.
Got it?
I think so. Try to relax, okay?
Yep.
Yep, we're good.
Good. Ooh. Oh boy. Huh. Right now I'm all pumping for an hour and a half, and then I'll be done. Do a few errands and go from there. Just kind of chill, some music on, and do a bunch of nothing. Chill. And I see the surgeon, or not see him, I see him on Zoom today. And then go from there, see if I can get that J-tube put in. Kind of, I don't know, it seems like I'm going to be a salesman because no one wants to touch me. I don't know, just like watch me suffer. What the fuck is that? The reason I'm getting this tube is because I haven't healed from this Whipple surgery. I keep getting sick. I don't think my digestive system is healed yet. That's I know my body pretty good of what's going on. I was gonna do this earlier, but I've been sick all morning. And I guess I can show you an example right now, and you can see what the hell I'm dealing with. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyways, a J-tube, feeding tube, goes directly kind of the center of your stomach, and then straight into your small intestine. Skip, bypass your stomach, straight in there, and it absorbs it. I think I'm missing a lot of nutrients. And to give my damn digestive system a break. This is every day. Every fucking day. Never knew that Whipple surgery was going to have all these after effects afterwards. Life-changing. From being an active person, to not very active at all. I sleep, Jesus, 14 hours a day. Because I'm always tired from not eating enough. And then I eat all the time, but I throw up. It's a never-ending circle. I'm getting sick. This sucks. Anyways, I think it's in with an hour. Lisa will be with me. We're going to talk to him. I'm going to share this with you too. I want to get past this bullshit and get back to health. And share, I'm just sharing this bullshit with you and see if I can get through this. Maybe help someone else in this bullshit process. Anyone else going through this, share it. We all go through some bullshit, but some are more extreme than others, like odd. I think mine's a little odd. Burping. And then I go out in public and burping and someone's got a remedy, you know, fucking sugar or finger up your butt. Whatever, fucking whatever, you know. It's just like, yeah, you just get numb to it. Anyways, the next, I'll be talking to a freaking doctor and go from there. Oh. Look at now. This is what I deal with every day. What I eat. My stomach can't hold too much. Oh, somebody go throw up. I can't even load. Oh, look like it today. I'll try to do that when I feel better. I'm gonna throw up right now.
You are? Okay.
Thank you.
All right, I can see you. Buddy, you look wonderful. You're not feeling good, though.
I look like shit. You're kidding me.
Oh, no, you look wonderful. I don't know. Have you lost weight? You look just
Yes,
wonderful.
I'm miserable. I'm miserable.
Yeah?
Miserable. I
Yeah?
throw up every day. I cannot move forward in my life right now. It's miserable.
So, fill me in. So, you had the surgery, the Whipple surgery, what now, almost
8 months?
8 months ago, right?
Yes.
8 months ago. The cancer seems to still be at bay. Nothing, seems to have come back. I'm looking at the CAT scan of your chest, abdomen, pelvis, and it looks like the cancer is actually fixed, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing has come back. But you've had this issue with difficulty with eating and drinking, which is still sustained, and they think that it's related to an issue with the esophagus, right?
I'm not believing this anymore. I'm really believing it's because it's gotten worse. Yeah. And I think my organs are just not healed enough. I think they need a break. It's just never ending what this goes. And my weight it goes up. I fight to keep my weight up. I kill myself to keep my weight up. And I'm not kidding you. Just to get where I'm at right now, I'm killing myself. And I get so tired and I get weak and I can't do it anymore. And I fall down. And then what happens, I lose weight and I get sick. And it's dehydrated. And this goes up and down, never ending. Almost every day I deal with this.
He's been still getting hydration twice a week.
Which has helped considerably.
But that's the only way we'd be out of the emergency room, because he'd probably be in the emergency room once a month because he can't keep anything
If twice,
down.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
But this is what's frustrating, is that we were told it was achalasia by one of the by the gentleman who did the initial EGD with the flip. And he said, yes, it's achalasia. Then we went to see Dr. Gabbard, and he said, I'm not convinced it's achalasia, but I'll do the surgery where they did the Botox, and they Botoxed open the esophagus. It wasn't a week later he was having the same cardiac pain, jackhammer esophagus.
The same. I still get them. Today.
It hadn't fixed that, which was why we were doing it, thinking that was the problem. And we've talked to him now about the possibility of a G tube, and he said he doesn't, or a feeding tube, and he said he doesn't handle it. We went to a surgeon at Toledo Clinic, and she said that she would prefer that you did it because you had done the initial surgery. She was interested in helping Ron, but didn't feel like it was that she wanted to get involved at this juncture, that we should
Since
return
I've been
to you.
touched, yeah. Since that organs have been moved around.
Yeah. So they are recommending, or your gastroenterology team is recommending, a feeding tube, so that at the very least you can get the fluids through the feeding tube.
At least heal up. I still think I'm not even getting the nourishment I have been for forever. I take vitamins, I throw them up. It doesn't matter what I take. It's just, I throw everything up.
And he's basically
I get
his
food in me,
anemia.
but
Yeah.
I think I eat so much, I get some of it in me, and it just never ends. It never ends. And I just think this, and I was against this, but going through this every day, I can't do anything every day. I can't do anything. I'm useless, and I want to have a functional life at least. At least with that tube, I can get nutrients. I can live my life.
Yeah, you can get nutrients. It takes away the pressure of eating and drinking because you can literally get 100% of your nutrition through the tube.
Yes.
And his oral health is now completely destroyed. I mean, he's looking at having to have bridges and
I got a lot of work
caps
to do. Yeah, but
just from the vomiting.
Yeah, just from the vomiting. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And his anemia hasn't improved. He still is anemic, still getting iron. So we think that at this point he does need the supplemental nutrition.
Yeah. So, I think that you could, are you in a car crash or something?
yeah, we a couple of weeks ago we got in an accident.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what I think, we could possibly do is to consider an endoscopic G tube, an endoscopic PEG tube. That's, they do it through the mouth, they go down, and then they put a tube right into your stomach. It's a G tube. It doesn't need to be done surgically.
I don't know if that's gonna.
That's what we talked to the surgeon
I don't think
about.
that's going to defeat the purpose. I'm still getting food in my stomach, so I don't understand how that's going to help.
Yeah. At this point, they're saying that a J tube is a better option because the PICC line with his still taking the warfarin isn't a great idea. But the surgeon was recommending a J tube because it's like when it gets to his stomach, he's
one of the
throwing
problems.
it up.
If it goes right to my intestine, I think it would.
That's what they were thinking.
Yeah, it's going to absorb, and I can.
So they're thinking that you need to have a J tube, not a G tube. I see.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
because we think the stomach is still part of the issue. Whatever.
I just think it needs a break. I really do.
Okay. Why do they think that the stomach is part of the issue?
Well, it's because when it gets down
When I eat is when I start having problems. Within an hour and a half, 2 hours is when I can get hiccups right after I eat. But it never ends. It's from eating. It's when I eat. So when it's in my stomach is when I have this problem. If it's past my stomach,
yeah,
I think I'm not going to have the issue.
Doesn't seem to just be the esophagus anymore because
Get past that stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once it's past your stomach, they don't think it'll be as problematic. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's not a problem. Now, J tubes tend to create more problems than G tubes. You should know that, right? So when we put in a J tube, then it goes straight into your small intestine, and the risks and the long-term issues with that is certainly higher than putting it into your stomach. That's because the bowels tend to be a lot more mobile. Does that make sense?
Yeah, completely.
And it's also not something that can be done minimally invasive. So we'll have to make a cut, pull up your small intestine and then tack a tube into it, which is fine. Like I said, at this point, you're probably at your wit's end, so it probably makes sense to just go forward with that. But the only thing I want to do, it's not, the operation doesn't concern or bother me. But what I want to do is just talk to your gastroenterologist once, and see if they agree with basically moving forward with it, which means that you get the J tube, you make all of your nutrition come through the J tube, and basically stop eating and drinking, right? Just move it all through the tube is what you're thinking.
Give my body a break. Just a break.
Did you eat something or?
Pardon?
Did you eat something right now or?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
And you've thrown up anyways in between there.
Yeah.
The only thing he's done is had a sip of water to try to be able to talk.
Yeah. You think things will get better with the J tube?
I think it'll help a lot. And I think I just think it's going to help a lot. If anything, we've been working on this and trying to figure this out too. And Well, I really do. I think this J tube's going to help tremendously. I really do.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so here's what I'll do, Ron. I want to just talk to your gastroenterologist over here, just make sure that they are not opposed to it. I can't see why they would be. But if they give me the green light, then what we'll do is get you scheduled, but the surgery will be a cut right where your previous cut was. We go in, we find a small intestine kind of far away from your stomach joint, pull it up to the belly wall, put a tube into it, tack the intestine up, tack the tube to the belly wall. It takes about a month to sort of totally heal from that. Now, after your last surgery, you had a lot of spasms and things of that nature. We may have to go through all that to, get a full recovery. Just FYI, I mean, you didn't have complications, but you had a complicated recovery.
Right.
So we go through some of that, just to get you through the process. In general, complications are not very common, but bowel injury, bleeding, infection at the site where the tube is coming out, these are all things that can happen. They can, be problematic in the long term. Typically, we don't want these tubes in the long term.
Right.
But, to see, how you manage it and how long you're able to keep it or tolerate it. Okay?
Yeah.
I generally don't think J tubes are good for the long term. Now stomach tubes can work for the long term, but small intestinal tubes don't really work that well in the long term. So just know that.
Yeah, I don't want this long term. I just want a solution for a little bit and see if this can relieve a lot of symptoms for me, and then move forward from this. I really think this will help me a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm all for it. Let me again, do some of my own work just to talk to some of the folks that have been treating you, and my office will, get back in touch with you, and we'll figure it out.
Awesome. That sounds
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Just wait to hear back from my office. All
Okay.
right, Ron?
Okay.
Everybody, I'm so sorry you're not feeling great. You still look good at it. You look like the same person, but I know you're not feeling anything like it. So
Yeah.
I apologize I'm sorry that you're
No,
not
it's
feeling as
fine.
well.
It's fine.
Yeah, we'll come back with a recommendation soon. Okay, give me a few days.
Okay.
All right. You
All right.
take care.
Take care. Nice talking.
Yep. Nice talking to you. Bye bye.
Bye. So what you think?
I mean, it's all the truth. What I would like to see the difference between a G tube and a J tube, but you don't want that thing hanging out of your nose if that's the
No, I don't want any of that stomach. It's stomach. We're not doing stomach. We're not gonna. That.
Yeah.
The same thing. You know what I mean?
I know. And I do. I mean, I just don't know what else. We don't know what else to do.
I know, but I think this will help for a little bit.
Yeah.
At least I can do shit around the house and just move forward a little bit.
Well,
I can't do anything. I'm
just
just
yeah.
fucking useless.
Well, just to be able to move around and be your own person is.
Yeah, and I can't do that. I have no life right now. Well, I've had no life for a while.
56-year-old person, you should be able to have a daily. You should be able to get
Anything. Yeah. All right. Well,
you
move forward from this. We'll go from there. See ya.